It's hora de la fiesta, mama.
It's already started.
Yes.
It's already started.
It's hora de la fiesta, mama. It's party time, Mom. I've been in Mexico for a week.
See.
It is party time, Mom. It's a Monday episode of the Chad Prather Show. Welcome to another one here in the mothership, which is Studio 22, flying into the nether regions of all things woke and crazy in our crazy woketopia here on Blaze TV. Have you subscribed to blazetv.com/Chad? Use promo code Chad. See, they don't know in the top office, and they might be listening in right now. They don't know that I still get a little bit of credit whenever people sign up using my promo code. One of the executives said to me recently, he said, I don't think you get credit for that. And I said, okay, you go on believing. You go on believing. Chris Cruz, we got this thing nailed down, baby. Crazy Chris Cruz with all Ks. And the Puppet Master Mark, the perfectionist. Good to see you, buddy. I feel like I've been gone forever. Yes, man, I'm back, though. I am back, and I am here with a vengeance. Hot news, Natalie.
I've already said Crazy Chris Cruz with all Ks. That can't be. That cannot. It can't.
Triple
can't
K,
happen.
man.
Can't happen.
Wasn't that a nice Cube movie or something? Triple K or Vin Diesel or something? I don't know.
How does Chris feel about it?
Well, people keep suggesting nicknames for Chris, and I'm just not sold. I'm just not sold. I mean, he'll always just be Chris Cruz to me.
So Triple K goes with the lead?
I don't know.
Seems like a bad
Lisa
idea.
Page made me do it. Lisa, I apologize. I want to publicly apologize for commenting on one of your Facebook posts on your Facebook page.
I was cursing your name on
I know
Thursday
you were.
night. I'm like, why did he do this?
My quote-unquote fans and supporters will be my downfall. They really will.
Yeah, because like 90% of the women on that post that showed up in their feeds, bitches.
Let's give a little history.
Yeah, I said it.
Seriously.
Yeah.
She made a comment, because all we've seen from Lisa in a year is about her house, right? That's all. It's just her renovation of her house. And she posted a thing on there. It was a beautiful picture of herself and looking shiny and radiant as only Lisa Page can look. And you said something about, and you don't even care about what my politics are or whatever. And I commented, I said, what are your politics?
What are your political views?
What are your
exactly
political
what you
views?
asked.
Because nobody follows you for your political views necessarily. It's all
My unsolicited
lifestyle and
opinions.
culture
It's lipstick and gloss.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's lipstick and
It's all
gloss.
for tips and tricks.
I like it.
And so, my God, I went back and I was like, I was in Mexico when I did it. And I was like, whoopes.
Were you? How many drinks in when you
Have
decided
another
to write on my
tequila.
wall?
Órale, pues.
What is on your page? I just thought that by saying something on there, it was just.
Well, no. What happened was my settings are so when I put something on Instagram, it goes to my radio Facebook page. And so I had to divide my Facebook pages. Lisa Page made me do it, and LP on the Scene. So LP on the Scene is now just like, I repost everything that Chad posts, anything political about what a trash fire country this country is, I will post there. And I have to separate my main account because I've been banned a million times, and now I'm in the red zone with Instagram. So now I can't say anything crazy or they're going to delete my account. So I had to separate them. So I just had posted something on my LP on the Scene Instagram saying this is why I'm dividing them. And that immediately posted to my Facebook. And then this cowboy over here decides to put, what are your political views? And then, I mean, so many snarky old ass women on there going, oh my God, she's using a filter. Yeah.
Why doesn't she have a nose?
Why? The only time you'll see me without a filter is on this show. I'm on it, and I say it all the time. Filters. We all use filters. We all use them. And these women would not stop. 5 minutes of fame. She just needs to have the attention. And I'm thinking, and then who is this girl? Why is she showing me on my page? I wanted to just I just went through and I just replied to all of these old
Chad
ladies.
Elliott.
I just said, what are your
Shame.
political views? That's all I said. But it's
for
amazing how
shame.
social media works. It threw you out into basically my algorithm.
I hate you. Yes.
I mean, you should have to deal with the crap I deal with every day.
I swear to
Now,
God.
granted, I asked for it. To be fair. I asked for
But
the
I
crap
am
that
really
comes to my
surprised at how many women came on. Like, they're like, who is this girl? First of all, why are you on my page if you don't know who I am? Why would you waste your time talking or making any type of comment?
But you understand what happened. I commented, so it threw you to the front of my algorithm, and it put you on people's timelines that typically you would never have been on.
Right.
That's what happened.
And they're like, who is this girl? Where is she from?
But I feel like if they're your fans, they kind of should know who she
Well,
is.
yeah, but they're not my fans. So what you
they're
have
not your
is
fans. Okay.
what you have is I am being attacked by the world of trolls right now
okay.
because because there are political powers out there that are actually spending really good dollars.
Yes.
To have my stuff trolled.
And then they came over and trolled me.
Yeah.
Lonely bitches. Probably saggy ass boobs.
I want us to do
Lonely,
like a one of those families at the movies, how many times you curse counts, and see how many times she said bitch just in the last 5 minutes and 26
I don't believe it, because you know what? I found out over the weekend that if you use the caption feature on Instagram, if you say any curse word, like, they bleep you out. And I really thought, I'm like, oh my gosh, Instagram is now bleeping me at one point in my story.
There it is.
Free speech my ass.
You know what you got to do?
Bleep that.
It's on a rampage. I like it.
Well, I got a good company for you if you want free speech. Not so long ago, a company solely existed to provide products and services. Customers spent money in return for a product or service. Almost overnight, everything changed. That's the truth. Many corporations have become vessels for anti-American and anti-family propaganda, Lisa Page. Few companies have had the courage to stand up for America, for Christian values, and for our Constitution. One of the first was Patriot Mobile. I love these guys. Patriot Mobile has the broadest nationwide coverage, uses the same towers as all the major carriers, so you get the same great service. Plus, they have plans to fit any budget. I was just visiting with them recently at the CPAC conference, and let me tell you something. These folks are 100%. I love using their service. It is 100% U.S.-based. They have a customer service team that is based right here in the U.S. They have the highest rating among wireless carriers. And more importantly, Patriot Mobile shares your values and supports organizations fighting for religious freedom, the Constitution, sanctity of life, veterans, and first responders. I want you to go to patriotmobile.com/Chad or call 972-PATRIOT. That's exactly what I did when I signed up. Get free activation with the offer code CHAD. I spell it Chad. They also have special discounts for veterans and first responders. Support a company that loves America, loves you, and shares traditional family values. PatriotMobile.com/Chad. Use promo code Chad or call them at 972-PATRIOT. We'll be right back. So I was down in Mexico, right? And when you go down there, hey, you got to do a COVID test before you can come back.
I did that.
Like within 3 days. So it's like, you got this whole resort full of people. Mm-hmm. You could pay them $120. Everything in Mexico, by the way, if you're an American, is $75 to $125. Everything. All right, it's in that range. I mean, you buy toothpaste, $70. Oh yeah, just whatever. Just everything's $70. At the resort. Anyway.
Okay, I was going to say that's not true.
At the resort.
Not at the Mega. I went to the Mega.
De la Circus. Anyway. And they come to your room, you got to pay them, right? They'll do it, like a little concierge service. I didn't do that. Don't look at me like that.
Come to your room and you pay them.
Yeah. It's a different deal.
That's full service.
It's a whole other penetration. Up your nose.
Oh, got it. Okay, got it.
Anyway, I went to the little clinic, the little thing they had set up, the little mobile deal that they have the little things and they shove the stuff up your nose. They give you a time to show up. I showed up and they did my COVID test, my first COVID test ever, by the way. It's an uncomfortable experience. They put that thing so deep in your head, you could feel it in your rectum. And honestly, it's like an itch you can't scratch. It's just way up there. Makes your eye water, right?
Yes.
So I did it. I was negative. El negativo.
Mm-hmm.
And they let me come back. Right after I went, we did have a member of our group of 200. I won't say who. If I said, you would know, who tested positive.
Oh, who?
Perfectly healthy. Can't say. Perfectly healthy. Tested positive. And they kept them there under a lock and key with an arm guard at the base of the steps.
Stop.
There. Oh, yeah. He was lowering the sheet. He was on the third floor. He was lowering his sheets that were tied together, and we were sending him liquor bottles up because he couldn't get them. He could order room service, but he couldn't get liquor, so he was pulling it up. We were sending him contraband. Apparently, that's a federal offense of some kind. But either way, I don't think you're supposed to supply liquor to people with COVID. Is he still there? I don't know. I think he finally got to come home last night. They were going to keep him 7 days.
Right. Yeah. I was going to ask though, but who pays for the extra days?
They do. The resort does.
Okay, they will. They
take you out of your nice room, put you in a cell, basically. And he was staying. He and his friend were staying next to a nudist couple that were old, this old lady and old man, and you could see them right there. You'd walk up and you could see them right there in the sliding glass deal. And so apparently they tested positive. And yeah, and so I was like, hey buddy. Man, I can't even tell that story. I was like, anyway, they would just come out on the balcony and hang out, right? I mean, she looked like she had pancakes nailed to a piece of plywood. And I was like, whatever you want to do. There was another time I'm walking down, and I'm gonna get back to my story in a minute. I'm walking down the thing, and there's these nudists, right? Because the section of the resort has a nudist thing. And listen, if you've never been to a nudist thing or whatever, you don't want to see that naked. You don't want to see that naked.
Like Hippie Hollow in Austin.
It ain't good, man.
Yeah.
It ain't good. I don't know why these people want to be naked, but they just like to be naked. This lady was wearing like a sarong around her thing, and she was burnt like shoe leather. I mean, it was rough. I mean, she was just, her skin was, And so
bushy?
she was walking towards me, and she took that sarong and just held it open like that as she was walking towards me. And it looked like a catcher's mitt. Apparently, she was sponsored by Rawlings because it was just right there. Bam. Mark, it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Just showing it off and just walking towards me like, you're going to look at this. And I was like, take me now, Lord. I don't want to see this. And I followed her for a while.
Wow.
It was horrible. I don't know if she was trying to prove she was a woman or whatever, but anyway, it looks like she swallowed a coconut. So anyway, I go in and I get my COVID test. And when I come out, I go back to the beach or whatever. I'm hanging out. I'm on vacay. I get a text message from Steve Helms and a few others, and they're like, we've had to sit here. They apparently ran out of COVID tests. They had to wait for 2 hours in that little clinic, 2 hours while they're on their vacation to get their nose swabbed. Come to find out, we found out later on that the amiga who was entering passport information had entered everybody's wrong, and they had to wait while she redid everything.
Oh no!
Hail no!
Worst nightmare. I honestly felt like I was waiting to get loaded on a train car. That's how I had anxiety going in to do that COVID test. I mean, I felt like a sheep that was going in to be processed.
Yeah, herded.
I mean, it was horrible. It was just a real feeling of anxiety. I don't like this. I don't like anything that's going on in the world right now.
One of our kids had that. Well, we all had to get it done when we were in Mexico, and so Maddox, the lady was like, here you go, and Maddox was ducking and diving. She let her get close, and she's like, and finally the ladies go, here, you do it. She just let
you do it.
She goes,
it's the worst 3 seconds of your life.
It's awful.
Well, Maddox didn't even. I'm like, this is definitely coming back negative because I don't even know that it went in her nostrils for sure. Because she's like, dee, dee, dee.
I just don't like anything going on in the world today. It's such BS. This Gestapo practice of the vaccine crap. You do you. If I want to lick public toilets, get sick and die, that's my business. That is my business, right? If you're out there licking toilets and I want to kiss you on the mouth, still my business, right? Now, if you want to come lick me against my will, I'm going to push back on that. But let people do their thing as long as it doesn't encroach on somebody else.
I've gotten some hate
And
for
that's
not
what's
getting
going on.
vaccinated.
I'm sick. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah.
I got a new T-shirt coming out. WatchChad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Shall not comply is what it says. Got a little mask down here. Shall not comply. We're going to do stay tuned. I'm going to announce this in the upcoming week. We're going to do a mask burning party online.
Ooh, I love it.
Going to do a mask burning party. You get to go. Everybody gets to kind of like the old water challenge. You know, people go in there and they sign in. It's almost like a petition kind of thing. Do a little video and then you name off some people to go burn their masks. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do because I'm sick of this crap. And it's coming, Natalie. It's coming. They're gonna mask us up again.
No, they're not here. They will not do it here.
Hey, you know why they won't? If they don't do it here, you know why? You're welcome, Texas, because I'm running for governor.
That's right.
And they know that I put pinhead Greg Abbott in the corner. I put him in the corner. He knows he can't do this again.
No,
he does it again. He's screwed. Nail in the coffin, Jack.
Yep.
If he shuts Texas down again, and that's what the federal government wants to do, the blue states are already in line with this. The blue states are ready to go. The blue states have signed up. So don't get pissed at me, Colorado, when my shows get canceled next month.
Yeah.
They're saying the second week of August. Second week of August, handing out these mandates once again nationwide. And then it's going to be a matter of what the states do with it.
Just when school's going back. exactly
Yeah,
when school's
these
going
poor
back.
kids are going to be masked up
They're
again.
going to be masked up again.
See, okay, so Greg DeSantis, Greg DeSantis, Ron DeSantis. I'm sorry, Ron. Ron DeSantis has already signed a deal. I've got it in here somewhere. I mixed everything up, Chris. It's okay, I got it. So I'm going to go to this. Ron DeSantis said no mas. He said kids aren't going to mask up. He announced an executive order banning mask mandates in schools. Good for you, Ronnie.
I love him.
There he is. Look at Ron holding it up.
I love him.
I don't like executive orders. But my God, if people are going to do dumb stuff, at some point in time, somebody's got to put their foot down.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to daddy up.
Not enough people have pushed back. This is why it's happening.
So he announced Friday he's going to sign an executive order protecting the rights of parents by banning mask mandates in his state.
Good for him.
There's a movement to try to impose more restrictions on the American people, the governor said. He said in Florida, there will be no lockdowns, there will be no school closures, there will be no restrictions, no mandates in the state of Florida. On and on and on. Executive order will issue emergency rules for protecting the rights of parents by banning school districts from imposing mask mandates, leaving the choice of whether to mask children up to their parents. And guess what? The Delta variant's going to have a 99.8% survival rate too. So tired of this stuff, Chris Cruz. What happened to the flu? Mm-hmm. I'm tired of talking about the coronavirus, but I'm not done. I'm just tired. You know what they came out with last week? They said that the original test didn't differentiate between the flu and the coronavirus. That's why there was no flu.
Yeah, what if we just all had flu?
You tested positive for the coronavirus.
That's dumb.
Then everybody's pushing vaccinations, and on that cruise, last week they said 6 people tested positive for corona, 4 had the vaccination, 2 did not. And I'm like, so this math to me, I'm not saying your vaccination does, I'm just saying 4 were vaccinated and still have it, 2 did not have the vaccination and have it. So help me.
So over the last 10 days, you can literally, if you pay attention, you can watch the narrative change. It went from get your vaccine because
Correct.
people are dying. Get your vaccine so you can go visit grandma.
Yes.
Right? You want to be able to go visit your family members. You don't want to hurt anybody. You need to get your vaccine. You need to take care of your neighbor. You need to look out for each other. You don't love anybody unless you go and get the vaccine. And then in the space of a week, guess what happened? Well, the vaccine doesn't keep you from getting it or spreading it. It just keeps you from really dying from it.
Right.
Like getting really bad symptoms and being hospitalized for it. But the majority of people going into hospitals these days, guess what? Are fully vaccinated. I can't even speak. I've forgotten how. I've been talking Spanish for a week. Lisa, don't look at me like that. What are your politics? Listen, this is what's happened. This is what's happened. You still can't go see grandma.
Yeah, there's no incentive. Why would anyone who does not want to get vaccinated be incentivized to get vaccinated when now they're saying people that are vaccinated, you still have to mask up too?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's a joke. This is a joke.
The whole thing's a jook. You know why? Because a good friend of mine said it the other day. And it was perfect when she said it. They have now they've now turned it into a business, right? COVID is now a business. So it's not going away. It's big business. You ask the question, who puts these people in these rooms when they test positive? Well, who pays for them to stay? Who's going to pay for all these tests? Who's doing all these things? It's big business. Every country around the world is being incentivized with this thing. Look at the Olympics. The Olympics is a joke. The Olympics is a joke, and I'm going to talk about this when we get into the next segment. But even that has been politicized and turned into big business when it comes to COVID and all of these so-called variants, right? It's nonsense. It's nonsense. So you still can't go visit grandma. They still don't want you to go to church. They still don't want you to they don't want you to go to the massage parlors. Literally, that's what was in March 19th. People kept telling me, they said, Greg Abbott never shut down churches. You people have a real stupid short memory. They said he never shut down churches. Because I made the comment the other day. I said, I don't see how anyone, Allie, could be over there supporting Greg Abbott and claim to be a conservative Christian when he shut down your churches last year. How could you do that? How can you do that? He shut down your place of worship. How can you claim to be a person of faith and still defend Greg Abbott? I don't understand that. He shut down your churches. And in the same thing, he said that it was basically the same as going to the massage parlor. I can read the executive order to you right now. I got it on my phone. People say, he never said that. March 19th, 2020. Look it up. And you know what? If he had his way, he'd do it again. Because big business and big pharma, the multinational corporations that are out there, those that are putting the money in his pocket, they're going to be pressuring the shit out of him. Mark my words. But guess what? I got you in the corner, Greg. Got you in the corner. You come out and it's going to be like, pow! Be on you like Prather Panther.
Prather Panther.
That's the way it's going to be, Natalie.
Yeah.
Come at me, Greg.
Oh, shoot. Okay, Governor.
So.
What?
Sure.
Anybody else as turned on as I am right now?
Oh.
I'm a little bit. I'm excited.
Triple cut!
No.
Hey, did you ever read the fine print that appears whenever you start browsing in incognito mode? It says that your activity might still be visible to your employer, your school, or your internet service provider.
Well,
how
dang
can
it.
they even call it incognito? To really stop people from seeing the sites you visit, you need to do what I do and use ExpressVPN. You know, it actually came in handy recently. I had a situation with a court case, and I was like, nope, can't give you that. ExpressVPN took care of it. They kept everything private for me. There you go.
I'm going to need that.
ExpressVPN, one button, dude. It doesn't matter where you are. You can just log into the whole thing. Your home. There you go, Mark. I love it when my cow jumps up there. Your home internet provider can also see and record your browsing data, and in the U.S., they're legally allowed to sell that data to advertisers. ExpressVPN is an app that encrypts all your network data and reroutes it through a network of secure servers so that your private online activity stays just that, private. ExpressVPN works on all your devices and is super easy to use. Literally, one button, tap it to connect. Your browsing activity is secure from prying eyes. Hey, call to action, folks. Here's what I want you to do. Stop letting strangers invade your online privacy. Protect yourself at expressvpn.com/watchchad. Use my link at expressvpn.com/watchchad to get 3 extra months for, did I say it?
Free,
Free!
baby.
expressvpn.com/watchchad. Stay private. Go there today. Learn more and sign up. We'll be right back. Have you watched the Olympics any?
A scotch.
You?
Hardly. Nope.
Not a piece of it. I haven't seen one bit of it.
We had a local in South Lake who, she's a diver, and she went to the Olympics, 18 years old, Haley,
Good.
which was
We
awesome.
had a parade for her.
I
cheer
haven't been
on.
avoiding it. I haven't been boycotting it. I just haven't seen it, period. Don't make more out of it than what it is. I just haven't seen it. But I have seen some of the headlines, and apparently the women's soccer team got their ass beat again.
They did.
Maybe if you just practice soccer rather than being so woke, you know? Now I think they have to face Australia to get the bronze medal. So go Aussies. Go
Yeah,
Aussies.
exactly.
And then there was the power lifter, the dude that's a transgender. It's a dude.
Raven?
Laurel something.
Oh, no. Okay, I had the wrong one.
It's a girl. It's a guy, but it's a girl. It's a man.
Oh, I was thinking of the shot put.
And
but she was
lost,
awesome.
like got beat. Which listen, if you're transgender and you're competing against women, I hope you lose. I want you to lose. I want you to be defeated. You're a mediocre man, and you have no business competing against women. I want you to lose. I want you to fail in every way. There. That's on the record. But in California, those of you who are trans, let me just say there is now a menstrual equity bill that's being proposed that would require public universities, community colleges, and secondary schools in the state to provide free menstrual products on campus. The bill notes that the complementary period products are not only for girls and women, but also intended to be used by biological males, including transgender men, non-binary, and gender non-conforming people who may also menstruate. Okay, let's talk about this.
Wait a minute.
Let's talk about this. So they're giving out tampons, right? And pads, I would assume. Where are you sticking them?
It won't go up a pee-pee hole.
Where are you putting it?
No.
That's not going up a
If
pee-pee
your
hole.
pee-pee hole is bleeding, dude, you got a problem.
That's different.
That's not menstruation.
That's like call 911.
Your body is not getting rid of an egg.
And if your bunghole's bleeding, that's also an issue.
Yeah.
That's from doing something else.
That's bad.
Yep.
It's from something else
Yep.
completely.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're supposedly menstruating from or why you're menstruating, but that's not menstruation. California recognized that access to menstrual products is a basic human right.
Oh my gosh, I can't. Leave it to California.
You know, food, shelter, air,
Tampons.
menstrual products.
Oh my god.
Let's categorize all of it. Vital for ensuring health, dignity, and full participation of all Californians in public life. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a man, if you're non-binary, gender non-conforming, whatever. You may also menstruate.
Keep
And
pretending.
we don't want you to experience inequities resulting from a lack of
Okay.
access to menstrual products.
What are these guy girls just pretending in their head that they're
Could you-
having a period?
Could you imagine having panties on and a pad? We know how annoying that is.
Yep.
With a penis?
Right?
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a lot going on
Yeah,
down there.
yeah.
Like,
There's
I, you know,
lots of stuff there.
Like, I
That's-
like to swing free.
right.
I like to air out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But then you got to tape a pad to your.
If I'm gonna put a
Yeah,
maxi on there
yeah.
with wings,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could fold the wings up around like you're
Yeah.
right there.
I mean,
like I could try it on George's balls, and I'll let you know how it is. Like
yeah,
a mini
just put a
maxi
Band-Aid
pad.
on George's balls.
Sure, yeah. We'll
For
see
those
how
of you who
that
are new to the
fits.
Chad Prather Show, that is our hairless gerbil who has
A guinea
giant
pig
balls.
bigger than.
It's a giant guinea pig. It's a
Yeah.
hairless guinea pig.
Yeah.
With balls the size of quarters. Things just drag around on the ground behind him.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I'll just test it for you guys. Let
I
you know.
don't want to do any of that. I want a free swing.
But even if you're trans, and
Always.
like, how do you want to? Why do you want to even deal with a period?
No, I
like,
don't.
it's women. It's
No, guy, we don't know how y'all deal with those things anyway. The woke Tokyo Olympics doesn't discriminate no matter your race, gender, identity, or affiliation with terrorist organizations. I can't wait to find out how many Olympians had sex on those recycled box beds that they said weren't supposed to stand up under the scrutiny of faculties of a sexual escapade. Iranian marksman Javad Farouki won Iran's first gold medal in the men's 10-meter air pistol. Well, if you think about the real life practice he might have had, when he's 41 years old, he is 41 years old. This is his first appearance at the Olympic stage. Being part of a terrorist organization somehow didn't disqualify him from competing. He served in Syria as a nurse between 2013 and 2015. So we consider the awarding of the Olympic gold medal to Iran marksman Javad Farouki not only a catastrophe for Iranian sports, but also for the international community and especially the reputation of the IOC. Because the IRGC is designated foreign terrorist organization by the United States. So there you go. That's a weird one. That's a weird one. So you got dudes competing against girls. You got terrorists in shooting events. Oh, play the Bill Maher clip.
The Associated Press is a real news organization, yeah? So why am I reading this headline? Olympic surfing exposes whitewashed native Hawaiian roots. Yeah, the Olympics added surfing this year. Good. Surfers deserve to be recognized as athletes. I'm sorry. What I meant to say is, no, that's cultural appropriation. The AP says that for Hawaiians, probably all two of them, including surfing in the Olympics, is an extension of the racial indignity seared into the history of the game and their homeland when white outsiders took over their spiritual art form. Or just people having fun in the ocean.
I mean, who knows? Oh my gosh. It's insanity. It's insanity. The hypocrisy astounds me. All of it. It really does. I hate it that I have to agree with Bill Maher on stuff.
I know.
that was a moment.
There's more and more of those moments.
Yes.
The only thing that pisses me off more is when Pierce Morgan says something I like. That's the only time. And Glenn Beck. That guy.
I know.
I'm coming for you, Beck. Oh my gosh. So Muriel Bowser, the mayor of Washington, D.C., was caught breaking her mandate by gathering with hundreds of people at an indoor wedding. That was just 24 hours after the new indoor face mask requirement took effect in Washington, D.C. Do you notice they've got the new, they got all these mandates there. Leave that up for a second, Chris. They got all these mandates in D.C., but the Texas House Democrats, they all visited the Capitol with no masks on.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing how that happened. Nobody's, so there she is. She's pictured not wearing a mask. Hundreds of guests who were reportedly not wearing face masks either attended the indoor event. The Washington Examiner asked her to explain why she was maskless, and yeah.
What she said.
Well, on Saturday, July 31st, she officiated an outdoor rooftop wedding ceremony followed by an indoor dinner. The mayor wore a mask indoors in compliance with the mandate, and the organizers and the venue staff worked to create a safe environment for the staff and guests. Put her in jail. I mean, when are we going to start enforcing this crap?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not for me, it's for thee, this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
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 That should be the slogan from now on.
I mean, we're literally watching the subjugation of the American people happen in front of our eyes.
Uh-huh.
The enslavement and subjugation of the American people right before our eyes. And there's no justifying it, none whatsoever. So there was this one restaurant at the resort that wouldn't let you go in without a face mask. Well, I'm not carrying a face mask around. And I said, well, give me one. They gave me literally on a little string piece of tissue with a little string.
It is tissue.
But that's supposed to protect you.
It's tissue. It's tissue. And I said, what if I just did this?
Yeah.
What if I just
better.
How about that?
like, this is better than that little piece of tissue, you know?
But the restaurant hates it too. That's just that
But
they
why don't
did
they give
hate
us tampons and pads? Like, why can't we just unroll some of that?
Oh, yeah.
And put that over our face.
shoot.
If they're going to make it available for menstruating men, maybe give us a real mask, California.
Yeah.
Get a
That's
mask with some
true.
wings. That'll protect you from all the variants.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a little adhesive to it. You can smack it on the side of
Yeah,
your
you can do a
cheeks.
little facial waxing too with that stuff.
Yes.
Boom.
Just bam. Two birds.
That's right.
See, I don't know how long you've been watching the Chad Prather Show, but we're problem solvers.
We really
here.
are.
Innovators. This whole thing. Oh my gosh. I got more things I want to say about this. I'm back.
Go on.
We are back.
Go on, Governor. Go
Chad
on.
Prather Show. We are back. It's going to be a lit week. We're gonna get turned up in here.
Turned.
Turnip. I don't know what kind of vegetable that is, but we're getting turnip in here.
Turn it up.
All right, hang tight. We'll be right back. So, you know, one of the things, talk about stupidity, one of the things during this whole, and I'm sick of stimulus, I'm sick of people not wanting to go to work, I'm sick of, gotta end. People got to get back on their feet and get going again instead of sitting around waiting somebody to take care of them. During the shutdowns, during the quarantines and the lockdowns, we kept telling people, said, at the end of the day, there's going to be some ramifications for these decisions. For instance, when you start telling people they don't have to pay their rent, right? And the landlord's just got to foot the bill for you living in their building. Well, guess what? Those birds are coming home to nest now. So Nancy Pelosi, received an impromptu civics lesson on Sunday after she tried to deflect responsibility for allowing the controversial eviction moratorium to expire on midnight August 1st. With the expiration of the moratorium, more than 15 million Americans and 6.5 million households who are collectively behind on more than $20 billion in rental payments are now at risk of losing their homes. So here's what she said. Put it back up there. It's a moral imperative to keep people from being put out in the street, which also contributes to the public health emergency. The virus is still a threat. The moratorium must be extended and the funds Congress allocated to assist renters and landlords must be spent. She followed that up with a tweet that said the CDC has the power to extend the eviction moratorium as they double down on masks. Why wouldn't they extend the moratorium in light of the Delta variant? Well, guess what? She got a little backlash from that. Thousands of people pointing out that Congress had the power to extend the eviction moratorium, not the CDC, and any suggestion otherwise is an attempt to deflect from acting as the legislature. The CDC ain't the one in charge. They're not the ones in charge. SCOTUS was pretty clear on this. Someone said Congress needs to act here, not the CDC. That was Parker Malloy, liberal commentator. I am the Speaker of the House and I am powerless, is what Peter Dow mocked. You can tell Speaker Pelosi is feeling pressure from the squad here. First she blamed Republicans for the lapse, then Brett Kavanaugh. Now she's blaming the CDC, who she knows can't extend it any further. The only people that can extend it is Congress. On and on and on and on it goes. You know why Nancy Pelosi is stupid? Play the Cori Bush deal there. Just chilling.
Triggering. But when you hear the cries of others, when you hear the suffering of others, we're already fighting a battle and losing a battle because there are people who slept out last night, the night before. There are people who are already unhoused, and we don't have enough shelters. We don't have the safe housing for them right now. And that's a failure. That's another moral failure on our society. And so to then say, yeah, 7 million more, you can go while I go on vacation. 7 million more, you can go ahead. Like, that was your decision to be in this position. No. This is a systemic problem.
But 1.5 million illegals have already come into the country this year. Where are they going to stay?
Yeah, and most of them unmasked.
Yeah, coughing
And you know
on each
what
other.
we have for people? Jobs.
A lot of them,
There
because
are
nobody
jobs
wants to go to
everywhere.
work.
Yep.
There's not even enough school bus drivers right now to get
Right.
these kids to school. There are jobs.
If I was governor, you know what I would do? I've told you. I would take 12 of those buses. I would load it with illegals. Me and the Texas Rangers would drive straight through the night to Washington, D.C., get to the Capitol steps right there where Cori Bush is laying down, and open the door and say, well, welcome home.
Yeah.
It's your problem now, D.C.
Hey, Chad.
Yes?
I just want to point out you missed one critical part of this video.
Yeah.
If you pay close attention in the background, you hear someone singing, ah, 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 ah. You missed that part. Because that's what you need when you're about to take on Capitol Hill.
At
No.
100%.
What I need are those Oreo snack packs sitting next to her. How many bags did they all eat? They sharing those Oreos over
One of
there.
them North Face sleeping bags.
Was that
Oh,
double
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
She looked pretty comfortable.
She did. She got her Cheez-Its in the background. She's got the girl pretending to feel her next to
Feel
her.
her, and she wiping, got that
Oh,
big
my
old,
fake
her
tear.
big fake nails
Right.
on there, wiping them.
Yeah, exactly.
Just feeling this.
Exactly. With your dip nails.
Says it's triggering to sleep outside the Capitol.
Coughing.
Well, then why the hell did you make all the National Guardsmen sleep in a garage
Exactly.
around the inauguration? Maybe that was a little triggering to some of us. Yeah, I'm so sick of these people.
Yeah. But past the Oreos.
Oh.
Double
Play the
stuff.
AOC SOT.
Oh.
Well, I think there's a couple of issues here. First
She's
of all,
hot.
You're an issue.
you are absolutely correct in that the House and House leadership had the opportunity to vote to extend the moratorium. And there were many, and there was frankly a handful of conservative Democrats in the House that threatened to get on planes rather than hold this vote. And we have to really just call a spade a spade. We cannot,
Racist.
in good faith, blame the Republican Party when House Democrats have a majority. Now, there is something to be said for the fact that this court order came down on the White House a month ago, and the White House waited until the day before the House adjourned to release a statement asking on Congress to extend the moratorium. This came after weeks. I sit on the Financial Services Committee, which has jurisdiction over housing. We had, the housing secretary there asking about the administration's stance. We asked the Biden administration about their stance, and they were not being really forthright about that advocacy and that request until the day before the House adjourned.
You know what I love? I love it when people tell me that I don't have any political experience to be running for office.
I know.
Yeah.
You got that moron up there. Oh, my gosh.
I go back to what you said. It's just civics, basic civics 101. And this is what she's asking for. It's like Cardi B. It can't happen.
I forgot about that.
Free.
Got to be free. Cardi
gotta
B's
be
never
free.
given away a free ticket to her show.
Never giving away a free ticket to her show because it can't happen.
Yeah,
Who's going to run the lights?
right.
Who's going to run
Who's
the
gonna do it?
stage?
Who's going to do it? It's the same deal as like, look, and this is stretching, but you get the point. I have people every now and then who'll say, will you come do this charity event for us? I mean, I've done a lot of charity events over the years. I can't make a living, though, just going and doing charity events. And I'll be like, yeah, I got to decline on this one, right? And And they're like, oh, but it's going to give you great exposure.
Right. Right.
Okay, well, I can't eat exposure.
No.
I can't eat that, right? That doesn't exist. You're going to pay the caterer. You're going to pay the rent to lease the building.
Yep.
You're going to pay the valets out front parking the cars.
Thank you.
You're going to pay the people who are bringing the wine and the liquor to your event. All of these things. It's going to be a cash bar, so it's not coming out of your pocket. But I'm supposed to donate my time and talents. And if I don't do that, then I'm an asshole. Right? Well, there's only so long you could do that. And trust me, everybody out there that's ever made a living in the gig economy with music or whatever they may do, you can't just volunteer all of your time. So what they're basically saying is, we want you to volunteer everything.
Correct.
I made a comment the other day on social media, and a lady came back at me and said, hey, every country that's ever been successful in the world takes care of the needs of the less fortunate. And I'm like, well, what's your address? Because I just saw a picture and drone footage of 1,000 illegals piled up underneath the bridge down there, coming across the border. 1,100. Like, look at this thing right here. I mean, there it is. You can see it. Thousands of them under the bridge. There they are. What are they doing? Coming to your house. Coming to your house for free. Except it ain't free.
Are they leaving countries that aren't covering the basic needs? I mean, is that why they're here?
Listen, we left the light on for them. We're incentivizing as they're coming. We're giving them even more than their basic needs. We're giving them tampons in California.
I understand, but she just said other countries take care of people who with their basic needs, but yet they're coming here.
Right.
So I don't know that that's the truth.
It's not the truth, and that's the point.
Yeah.
But America is better. We give away free tampons to men in California.
That's true. That's
America
true.
is
Basic need.
confused.
Stay
California
tuned
is
for the
confused.
mask burn party. It's coming. We're going to have a mask burn party.
That'll be the best charity event.
Yeah.
Tampons
We're
included.
building the website right now. We'll be right back. Who's ready for the website? You want to know the website? The website is going to be maskburnday.com.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's fun to say.
Maskburnday.com.
Burn day.
I feel like some purge music should be going along with the mask burning. You know?
Maskburnday.com. It's not up yet. We're building it, but it's going to be a thing.
It's coming.
We're going to make a statement, y'all. That's right. That's right. Also starting a new program, Freedom Over Fear.
Oh, I love it.
Freedom Over Fear. Got the T-shirts coming out. Got the designs. It's going to be at watchchad.com. It's where all the fun stuff is. Yeah. We're going to have a freeoverfear.com. Listen, I'm an activist. I'm going after this stuff.
Do it. Governor.
Somebody says to me this week, they said, what are you going to do if all your so-called political plans fall through? You're not going to have a career anymore.
Okay.
Okay, look, stupid. Listen, you don't want me off the leash. That's all I keep saying. Just be happy that right now I still play by the rules. Right now, there's rules I got to play by. But if you don't go to Prather2022.com and donate a little money, we got about 6 more weeks before, guess what? The leash is going to break. And Uncle Chad is going to be running wild through the state of Texas, just going crazy in mostly peaceful protests. It's going to be good. I might even put a tampon in. Never know. It's going to get wild up in here, Lisa Page.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
I'm here for
And
it.
that's going to hurt.
Prather2022.com is where the campaign stuff is. WatchChad.com is where the fun stuff is. And BlazeTV.com/Chad is where the Chad gets paid stuff is. So I can have a career once my political aspirations fall through. We got more momentum. It's crazy how much is out there.
Praying for Prather.
Let me tell you something. We have the blue collar, hardworking redneck vote nailed down. They love us out here. They love us. And if you don't love us, you just haven't been with us.
Those are the common sense folk.
There are a lot of common sense folks. We had a big rally yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, we're going to be back with you tomorrow night, Tuesday night, the most underrated day of the week. It's like Monday, but with a hangover. For everybody here, we love y'all. God bless you. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Bye.